Hello, everybody. Thank you guys for stopping through. We are back. We are back. Our Monday Motivational Power Talk. Want to thank you guys for stopping through again. Have something that we want to have a discussion about today. All right. So you guys get ready for it. You ready? You ready? You ready? Let's get it. Well, if it's going to be, it's up to me to fulfill my dreams and possibilities with dedication and motivation to inspire thousands from all nations. When times are tough and breaks you down, just smile with toughness and rebuild from the ground. During tough times, adversity is a lot. Just remember, time flies, but you are the pilot. What's up, folks? Excuse me. Thank you guys for stopping through. This is our Monday Motivational Power Talk. We do this each and every Monday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We used to do these around 9 o'clock on Eastern Standard Time. But guess what? We're going to be going back to 9 o'clock soon because I am at the end of my school in cybersecurity with Kingsland University. So for this past 6 months, we've been doing them earlier, or we were doing them another day because of my schedule. But guess what? We've officially finished school this week. Very excited about it. So after this week, our Monday Motivational Power Talks will be going back to 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're excited about that. We'll be going back. Things are going real well in school. So happy about that. Got some information that I'm going to be connecting with some more people on getting some contracts in cybersecurity. I got a person I need to send some information to already. Good to see Betty Mary. Betty, always a pleasure. I have not seen you on any of my live podcasts before, but I am glad you're here. Thank you for stopping through. And I wish you were here in Florida because we're doing a celebration for me next weekend down here. We're going to have live music. We're going to have Simon. We're going to have some great food, live music, live entertainment, sax playing, vocalists celebrating my long, hard fight to get through this cybersecurity course. It is going to be well worth it, man. I got a lot of things coming up down the pipe. So I'm very, very excited about that. So thank you guys for those who've given me all the congratulations on my post. Thank you guys who have been giving me so much of the love. Let me tell you something. It's not easy, folks. I tell you, life and people have taken some real hard shots at me. But you know what? Thank God I'm still here. I'm still here. And the best way to recovery, the best way you can recover from any of the things that people try to do at you, to throw negative at you, one thing you have to realize is if you continue your goals and dreams, if these things are your calling, if these are your purpose, guess what? That is therapeutic to you. You will recover fast. Karma doesn't need your help. Let karma deal with those people who tried to hurt you. Let karma deal with those people who tried to take you down. You don't have to do that. You just continue on your tunnel vision to your goals and your dreams, because the light is not only the light is at the end of the tunnel, but throughout that tunnel, you must carry a lighter. See, that's what successful people do. They carry their own lighter throughout the tunnel, so they don't have to ever look for that light. So with that being said, folks, thank you guys. We're going to have a discussion today. As you guys know what the topic is, love alone is enough for any relationship. And let me tell you why I came up with that title. I've seen people post this thing about a whole list of things. If this person can this with their finances, if this person does this, if this person does that, if this person do these things, this person do that thing. And at the end, at the very bottom, you guys, you probably seen it. It says at the bottom, love enough is not, love alone is not enough. Well, I'm going to flip that and tell you that love alone is enough. And I'm going to illustrate that. And as I see people agreeing with that post, that's right. I know that's right. That's right. You know, I would never spend time a day with these type of people. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why telling you why I won't spend the time of day with those people, because they're always thinking about themselves. That's for one. You see, folks, you have to remember this. Service is the rent we pay for the space on earth we occupy. Let me repeat that. Service is the rent we pay for the space on earth we occupy. As long as you are always in the mode of serving others, especially those who you in a relationship with. If you work on serving that person, don't look for anything back from them. It's going to come back regardless, whether it comes from them or someone else. Of course, you would prefer it to be coming from them, but always live in a space of service. What is the foundation of serving? That's love, folks. Love alone is always enough for any relationship, because it's the foundation of our all over creation. You and me were not created if love did not take place first. This universe does not exist without our creator having a love for it. That's what people get away from. We getting away from love, folks. The black man and the black woman, we don't love each other anymore. You can go to any little dating site and you see people's profiles. The first thing they start with is what they don't want. I don't want you if you this. I don't want you if you that. You can keep on swiping. You can keep on scrolling. We start off with negative faith. That's what it's called, negative faith. Starting off with negative faith. For right then, why would somebody want to have the right mind to even respond to an ad like that? Respond to somebody who thinks that way. Come on, folks. Love is always enough for any relationship. It's the foundation of everything. Now, somebody might say, yeah, but you got people who are stuck in their own ways. People have habits. But guess what? Those habits can be broken. Whether they're stuck in their ways or not, they can change if they really love you. See, that's the measurement of love. It's the measurement of love. It's the foundation of everything. 87% of the population, folks, work at a job that they hate. It is enough. There's nothing greater than love, folks. Love is omnidirectional. It's nothing as powerful as love. Love would trump over hate any day, as long as you don't have hate in your heart. Here's one thing you got to understand. There's a law of polarity. The natural law of polarity, meaning everything has an opposite. Just like you have love, you have hate. So people have two wolves fighting inside of them. Two wolves are at war. One wolf is full of love, service, encouraging, nourishing, and kind. The other wolf is hateful, negative, toxic, mean, and here's the thing. You have those two wolves that I just described, they're at war. The question, though, is which wolf wins? The one you feed. The one you feed. And Betty Murray said, love is an action, not a word. Absolutely. And I'm going to get to that. I'm going to illustrate that very point that she just made. I'm getting to that. So here's the thing, folks. Because, like she said, love is an action, it's not a word. That's right. Everything that is created was created with action. People talk about the law of attraction. Well, what is the last 6 letters in attraction? It is action. The same theory, the same metaphor I can use when I say you can't think it into existence. You can't speak it into existence. It calls for work. You have to work it into existence. That's the only way it's going to happen. So, um, Betty Murray said, people say I love you all the time, but lack the ability to show it. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. Talk is cheap, right? Tell them, Betty Murray, talk is cheap. What is emotion without the E? That's right, motion. It's all about motion. So I'm getting around to that. I'm glad you guys are engaging. I'm glad you guys are coming into this, right? Because everything I'm going to say is getting ready to come up supports everything you guys was putting in the comments. So this is what is called synchronicity at its best, right? So listen, folks. let me just share. Let me just start with this. If a person love you, they would do whatever it takes to make sure their financial habits change for the betterment of that relationship. If they love you. If they're not willing to change, it's because they don't want to change for the betterment of their own personal endeavors. See, that's when love has to be a question. So, okay, you say you love this person, you love me. How many people say that they love you, but they don't encourage you to do something? How many people you've heard say, I love you, but they're very toxic? They're trying to tell you things that don't work because it didn't work for somebody else. Encourage me if you love me. Don't discourage somebody from doing something. Encourage them to do something. Give me a second, folks. So as I say this, folks, let me revert back to that post I told you. People say, oh, before you date this person, before you do this with that person, find out if they are this with their finances. Find out if they're that. Find out if they're this or they do this or they do that right. What is right or wrong in that situation? First of all, what you have to understand is however they operate in their own finances has been working for them before you got there. That's one thing you got to understand. Okay, that worked for you. Will it work for us? It will if that person loves you enough. If they love you enough, they make those adjustments. That's what adjustments are. So, folks, that's what change is about. Changing for love, change to increase the betterment of a relationship or any situation. Nothing stays the same but change. I don't care who is stuck in their ways. I don't care how old you are and you've been used to doing a thing so many years. Doesn't matter. You might have a little habits, little kinks, little cobwebs in there. But if you love a person enough, you change for that person, not that person, for the relationship. Not for them, but for the relationship, to make the relationship better. There are a lot of things that I do as a single person that I love, and it works for me. But it doesn't mean it will work for a relationship if I'm in a relationship. If I am really, really into that person, if I really love that person, I will make things change. I would change certain things for the betterment of that relationship if I love them. If I don't, then my love that I'm supposed to have for them should be in question. And it really should. People use an excuse, oh man, I'm so used to doing it this way. That's an excuse. You can't make excuses and progress at the same time, people. If you love this person, you would do whatever it takes to make the relationship work with that person. And they would do the same as well if they truly love you. The problem is that people are so much self-centered. Why are you worrying about what this person has been doing before you met with them? Now, and I'm not meaning that in every single thing, because you may have you don't want no serial killer either. I get that, but little things like how they handle their finances, how they do things. How are you worrying about things like that as a single person? You got to understand how to walk a person through their resume. Every job you get, you ain't gonna do one job the same as you did your last 2 or 3 other jobs, previous jobs, folks. Because that job is gonna want you to do things differently. Every job wants you to do things differently. If you go into a job, if you really love the job you have, you would change what you need to do in order for that job to work for you. Change. So you have people saying that I want you to do this, or I want a person that can do that. You're putting too many dynamics into something that should be simple. I didn't say easy, I said simple. You put in too many dynamics. Why are you doing this? Because you're self-centered. If someone asks me, well, Jay, what are you looking for from an individual? My only answer is love. That's it. Because if they truly love me, they would do what it takes. They would do what it takes. If you're not willing to make a change, it is not a good fit. Know and move on. Exactly. Brother Sherman Rivers he just nailed it. It's not a good fit. That person is self-centered. That person is about themselves. Ladies, let me tell you what you need to do, ladies. When you want to find a guy or do you want to date somebody, and this is funny because, you know, I never talk about relationships. I kind of stay away from that. One, I do know black folks, that's our biggest topic, relationships, side chicks and real niggas. I know that is like our biggest topics to talk about. We don't talk about wealth much. That's probably why we don't have it, because we don't talk about it enough. But we have a whole lot of drama in relationships. Why? Because that's all we talk about. You see what I'm saying, folks? But that's another sermon for another Sunday. But it's funny that I'm actually talking about that today. And I probably will talk a little bit more about relationships in the future as well. I'm not going to leave y'all hanging. I know a lot of people like this stuff. But listen, folks, when you meet a guy, ladies, a lot of times you don't want to go out to eat on your first date. And you want to go out and eat because you want to get to know this individual. You want to have a conversation with them. You're interviewing this person. You want to interview, a dating interview. And the reason why most of the time it doesn't work is because when you go on an interview, you're actually talking to that person's representatives. You're not talking to them. So many of you might ask, well, how am I supposed to know this individual? Well, first of all, if you want to go on a first date to know somebody, you need to meet them in their element. What do I mean by that? For instance, ladies, if this person, see, some people want their first date to be so magical, so memorable. They want it to be like it. That should be the last thing you should expect out of your first date. Here's why. If you really want to know what a person is, you got to meet them in their element. What do I mean by that? Prime example. This is just a metaphor, just giving an example of this. If a guy you meet, if he tells you on the phone, you talking first, you chatting first, texting or whatever. If he talks to you and tells you he spends a lot of his time in the barbershop, he hang out with his boys. That's his comfortable position. That's his comfortable place. That's where he can release and be himself. If that is where he is most comfortable, is his true element, then your first date with him should be at the barbershop. Find out when the next time he's going to the barbershop. Because I'm going to go hang out with you at the barbershop when you get your hair done. You should make that your first date. Stop trying to make your first date to be something where you're trying to be you. Because listen, folks, when you take a man out of his element or a woman and go on his first date to a nice restaurant or what have you, they're always going to be on their best behavior. You want to see them in their true behavior. You want to see who they are to the core. Their core will show up within their first 20 minutes in that element. You take them into that element. They will show you where their heart is, folks. That's how you can find out whether or not you can get true love from this individual, because they'll let you know who they are in their element. Myself, I'm always in the gym. You want to know who I am to the core? Two places you can find me to find that out. The gym and the cigar lounge on the weekend. Those are my comfortable places. You see the core of me at those places. No representatives show up there. No representatives show up anywhere, but no representatives definitely don't show up there. Ladies, where's your comfortable place? This is how you find that love that you all looking for. This is how you're going to find that. Not taking a person out someplace that they don't frequent. Why would you want to go someplace with somebody? Oh, I haven't been at that place, but I think it'll be good that we go there. Why? Why? You're not going to get the core of that individual in that location. That representative would tell you everything you want to hear. I have great integrity. I'm a go-getter. I do this and I can do that. And then you ask a person, what do they bring to the table? They start to try to name all the things that you want to bring to the table. And a lot of times they start naming stuff that you don't even need at the table. I have two answers when somebody asks me that. What do you bring to the table? One, first of all, I own the damn table. And if I don't feel like being sarcastic, I'll give my second answer. What do you bring to the table? Whatever's required. Whatever's required. That is the best answer right there. That's the answer right there. Let me read what Betty Murray said. Exactly. Betty Murray hit it on the head. She got it. No, when I say first date, no, you ain't coming to no house. I ain't going, and I don't go to no lady's house much. I don't do that. I'm the kind of guy, I'm the provider. I'm not walking all up in your crib, taking my shoes off and relaxing. I'm not doing that. If I already had my own castle, why do I need to leave? But no, you don't go to their house, they're not coming to your house. She just said you can volunteer with her. This is what she does. She's a community activist. She volunteers a lot in the community. You want to find out about her core? Go with her. Make your first date with her in the community where she's volunteering. Because her core is doing the work. Her core is there 100% of the time. So just like she said, I'll go to the barbershop. Yeah. Make that your first date. Make it something where you're going in somebody's element, not at the Applebee's or you know what I'm saying. Why go there because the agent is going to show up all the time. That's how you found that foundation. See, when you see the core of that individual, then you can recognize for yourself. I love this about this guy. I love this about this young lady. I think I can make something work with this individual. When you feel that way, when you feel that vibe, that love will start easing in there. And when that love starts easing in there, there are going to be things that work for you as a single person that won't work as a double or as a couple. So you make the adjustments. That's what life is all about, adjustments. It's just like a curveball. You can hit a straight ball right out of the park, but you're going to have to make adjustments when someone throw a curveball. And that's what life throws at you all the time. Life will throw curveballs, folks. And guess what? Curveballs can be hit. You just have to adjust your swing. Am I making sense, folks? Curveballs can be hit. You just have to adjust your swing. So when you find out the core of that individual, an individual should be like leadership. What is the definition, the true definition of leadership? A gentleman by the name of John C. Maxwell defined it perfectly. He said, a leader is a person you follow because you want to, not because you have to. So you see the core of that individual. You see that person operating in their own element. If that's a person that makes you want to follow them, that makes you want to vibe with them, then it makes it easier for you, folks. You don't want that core to show up 3-4 months down the line. No telling what the two of you have been doing within that time frame. That's why you see a lot of people so hurt. A lot of people so hurt, and they ain't even been in a relationship that long, and they so hurt behind it because the relationship ended. It's because you put too much into it in the beginning. No, find out the core of that individual by taking them to their own element, meeting them in their own element. You have a choice. You have first right of refusal. And say, I don't like how this person, I'm not feeling the vibe of how this person runs, how this person operates. And you go. So, and with that being said, that love will be so strong, folks. They don't have to say, okay, well, of course they'll make some mistakes because they're going to still have habits of what they used to do before they got into the relationship. But guess what happens after that? You bring that to their attention and say, I understand this. And this is where you have to this is where love brings the respect. You don't just come at them and just start chastising them. You come at them by saying, hey, I understand that worked for you. And that's a great thing. I'm glad it had worked for you because it brought you to this point. But let's evaluate how that will work with the two of us. Where do I fit in here? And we're both serving one another. That's how you make relationships work, folks. Because if love is there, the change would take place for the betterment of that relationship. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all playing. Y'all faking the phone. Y'all pump faking. Y'all don't hear me. And let's get these likes up, folks. Come on, man. I got 6 people so far on here. I got people here on YouTube. I got people on Twitch. Hey, listen, folks. Can I get my flowers? Really? Can I get my flowers? I'm giving you the content. Can we get those likes up? Come on, folks. Don't fake the phone for me. Don't hate on me, no. Folks, come on, man. Don't hate on me. Let's get the likes up. Give me my flowers. Because I love giving flowers. Can I get mine? Come on, folks. Hook me up. Let's get these likes up, man. Let's get these likes up, folks. Come on now. Y'all, come on. Y'all know how it go. Y'all know how it goes. Show me you appreciate it. That what I'm bringing you right now. Show me that. Show me some love, folks. Come on. So, yes, love is enough for any relationship. If somebody don't believe that, if somebody wants to debate that, they will be doing so out of pure ego. They will be doing so out of pure ego because love is enough for any relationship. If it was enough for it to create you and me, if it was enough for it to create animals, create the food we eat, create the universe, then it's enough for a little bit of relationship. For a little relationship. That relationship don't compare to a universe. That's way bigger than your relationship. So if love is enough to create the universe, is enough to create a real relationship. I ain't saying. I'm just saying. Some people just have to learn to get out of their own way. But when that relationship is there, and if there's true love in that relationship, they will get out of their own way. Ladies, a lot of ladies have to do things on their own. I get it. I get it. But here's the thing. Sometimes you won't have to let go so you can grow. You have to let it go so you can grow. You got to know the difference between the fuck boys you've been dating and the real man that comes in your path. Because a lot of people treat the real man like he's a fuck boy and treat the fuck boys like they're the real men. How many guys you see riding around in the passenger seat of their women's cars? She provided him love, but he ain't providing it back. And it becomes toxic, and they both become toxic. He's toxic because who he is, and she's toxic because she's staying there, or vice versa. There's no love in a relationship like that. Facts over feelings. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time not being able to distinguish between a real gentleman and the fuck boys. Because to be honest with you, if you really look out here, and then anybody who's not, if you're not blind, you should see this. Fuck boys are getting more plays than real men because they're not accustomed to a man standing up to in his own shit and handling it. And I get it. A lot of ladies been, oh, I've been doing this for myself for so long. Yeah, I get that. But you got to understand that every man you come across is not a fuckboy. Every man is not your ex. Fellas, every woman is not your ex. Putting your guards up does not protect you, does not protect your emotions, does not protect your feelings. It only makes it weaker. It actually does. It only makes it weaker. How, Jay? How? Well, how does your immune system get stronger? Your immune system gets stronger by being exposed to things that makes it stronger. And you can't help that. Your immune system gets stronger because it's supposed to get stronger. It's by design, gets stronger by microbes that it intakes and fights off. That's what it's designed to do. Same with your feelings and your emotions. Trying to block everything from it, it ain't making it stronger, it's making it weaker. Until the next time where your emotions have to come in and your feelings might have to come into play, it's even worse. And then you got mental problems because you try to keep away from the things that are inevitable. Love protects you from that. Love protects you from that. You got to have guts. Fellas, you got to have a pair. Love protects you from that. That's why love is always enough, always enough. But you got to love yourself first. Loving yourself first. If you're trying to block things from happening because you think, oh, I'm going to get emotional. Well, how can you get emotional by how somebody just make you feel? Happiness is an inside job. Happiness is an inside job. If you got these walls up, these guards up, it's because you're insecure. Your insecure level is trumps over your love level. Your love should be over that. You ain't got to believe me. Study some metaphysics. It's all right there. It teaches you all of it. I don't make this up. Love will always be enough. Always. Because people would change if they truly have love for you. How many guys you know always drove sports cars until they meet a lady and have a kid by her? He trade that sports car. If he really loved him, he trade in that sports car. He'd get him a sedan or an SUV or a minivan for his family because he loved his family much more than he loved that sports car. How many men have you seen? Now, I'm going to tell you the kind of guy I am. I got a 2C, I got a convertible Mercedes. I can't put no family in that. But guess what? If I get a queen, if I have a family, I'm not trading in my Mercedes. I'm going to get a second vehicle. I'm going to get a second vehicle. So with that being said, folks, all jokes aside, that's what I mean by that. If he truly loves you, he'll get a car that'll fit his whole family because they can't fit in a sports car. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. That's a fact, Jack. How many guys you know with a sports car, but relies on his lady's car for the family? How many of you seen that? I don't know that arrangement of that family. Maybe it works for them, maybe it don't. I don't know. But for me, if I truly love you, I would get a second vehicle, not rely on my queen to provide a vehicle that fits the family. That's not her job. It's not her job. She's not the provider. I'm the provider. And if I don't do these things, then my love should be in question, if I have any at all. Remember, folks, I said in the beginning of this video, service is the rent we pay for the space on earth we occupy. There's not enough people out here willing to serve. They want to be served. And if they haven't learned that for the rest of their life, they're going to continue to post on social media of how good men aren't, and how good men aren't, or how bad they are, how bad women are. The black man and the black woman will continue to do this instead of doing that. Women bringing in masculine energy. There's no balance. Fellas, if you master your masculinity, by default, she will fall in her femininity. Let me say that part again. Fellas, if you master your masculinity, by default, she will fall into her femininity. I don't care if she wants to call herself an alpha female. There's no such thing as that. Y'all need to get that shit out your head. You're not, God did not wire you. God wired you to be feminine. Period. Anything you try to be other than that is out of pure ego. Get mad at me all you want. Report me to the feminist organizations all you want. I'll tell them the same thing. And I'm standing on it. That's what love is, folks. Service. How many, if you willing to put that in the comments, I'm always just say I'm willing to serve. If you are a person of service, put that in the comments and say I'm willing to serve. I want to see who's here. Put that in the comments. If you are a person of service, put that in the comments. Say I am willing, or I am of service. I am of service. And mean it. Alkaline water. Quintina Lee. This person come up as Facebook user. I don't know who this is, but I really appreciate you engaging. I'm willing to serve. Awesome. Awesome. That is awesome. Always be of service, folks. Hey, Ray. Come get your hug. Thank you for stopping through. Always got to be willing to serve. If you have love, if you truly love an individual, you will serve that individual. And you will serve that individual without expecting anything back. Without expecting anything back. You will serve them because you are a person of service. That is who you are to the core. Serve, serve, serve. If you start to say, well, you don't do this for me because I'm doing it for you, if that says that your motive is to serve simply because you expect them to do something back. They don't have to do anything back. If that becomes a problem, of course, then you have to end the relationship because maybe they don't have that love. Maybe that love is not there for them. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. People have change of hearts all the time, folks. All the time. You have to be willing to walk away. You have to be willing to let it go so you can grow. But you still be a person of service. Let me give you something that kind of equates to that. When women say, I can be submissive. To me, I'm not looking for a woman who could be submissive. I'm looking for a submissive woman. You guys understand the difference there? I'm not looking for a woman who can be submissive. I'm looking for a submissive woman. What do I mean? Let me give you another example of that. That's right. Let me give you guys another example of that. Darren Hardy was mentored by a gentleman by the name of Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn was like known to us as the Socrates of modern day. Jim Rohn. If you ever want to hear about Jim Rohn's speech, look up Jim Rohn. Last name is spelled R-O-H-N. Rohn. Let me tell you what Jim Hardy said with his organization. He said, we don't train people to be nice. We just hire nice people. So I'm not looking for a woman who can be submissive. That's fake to me. I'm looking for a submissive woman. That is why you have to meet people in their element. Because they will show you who they are within the 20 minutes to an hour of you out with them. So no, I don't want a woman who can be submissive. I want a submissive woman. That means she's submissive to the core. That is who she is. Not what she's willing to do, but that is who she is to the core. She's been trained by master women in her family to be submissive. Come on, folks. Y'all ain't hearing me. Y'all playing. See, y'all pump faking. Y'all pump faking. Y'all ain't with me. Y'all ain't with me. Come on, folks. Let's get these likes up, man. Help a brother out. Get these likes up. So I hope that makes sense to you guys, man. Love is always enough to any relationship. Whatever that person has going on as an individual, how they do their finances, if you don't need to find out about that. Why would you want to find out a person's finances when you first meet them? That ain't none of your business. You being nosy. That's none of your business. Your business is to find out who they are to the core. And guess what? If you can vibe with their core, that love will be strong. And if that love is strong, all these other things that you claim that you have a problem you want to know about, that will fix itself. Because if you come out just start talking about, I want to know if they do this with their money, if they that, if you start doing all that kind of crap, then guess what? You're a person who's looking to be served. You're not a person of service. They're worried about the wrong thing, Ray. Worried about the wrong thing. They should be worrying about this. Who they are to the core. And of course, intelligence. You always like intelligence. I hope this makes sense, folks. I don't want to keep you guys long. If this video has been helpful to you today, please put that in the comments and say thank you. This has been helpful. I really appreciate that. That's just one small favor I like to ask you to do. Another favor is to share the video. Please share, and let's get the likes up, folks. Let's get these likes up if you guys can help me out with that. Get the likes up. Folks down here on YouTube and Twitch, let's get those. And LinkedIn. Come on, LinkedIn, folks. LinkedIn is watching too. Let's get these likes up, folks. I really appreciate that. So, with that being said, folks, share the video. If this video wasn't for you, it's cool. I get it. It's not for everybody. I'm not looking for everybody. Only those who get it. You understand what I said, folks? Only those who get it. Thank you. Thank you very much, Ray. So another favor I'd like to ask you to do As you guys can see on the bottom, scrolling down the bottom, I do ask for a small donation of $20 or less, not above 20. I don't need 40, 50 and all that, just $20 or less. What is that for? It's not for me. I don't need your money. I'm okay with money. It is strictly going towards the podcast. I have a little kitty for the podcast. And I just ask you guys to make a small donation towards it. Why? I might need a light pretty soon. Who knows? You know, I got a light, I got camera, got laptop. I got equipment here that I operate with to bring you guys content. And as you can see, you already see behind me, you already see what your contributions have already done so far. Got you some backdrops. So I got you something to look at instead of that window that I have. Remember that window I had behind me? You can see this now. You see my main logo to the umbrella to all my other companies. You see my other logos down here. You see that? J-Lee Speaks down here. I got Wealth Summit Tours here. I got Security Hack over here. JHL Real Estate Development there. J-Lee Speak. I got all my logos, all 5 of my companies on this board. So that's what this does. It's a small donation. I'm not asking for a whole lot. Good to see my man Noop. What's up, man? Sean Ballard? Yes, sir. Yep, my man Noop caught one, man. Good to see you, bro. You can always watch it again. Thank you guys for stopping through. So lastly, what I want you guys to do is the biggest favor of all. And guess what that is? And that is to sing like no one can hear you. Dance like no one can see you. Love like you've never been hurt. And live like it's heaven on earth. Want to see what's up to my man Antoine Watts? Good to see you, my friend. Southwest for life. WB Patterson Elementary School for life. That's my homie for life, man. Good to see you, bro. Let me know if you're back in Tanzania, man, because I just finished school. I got some contracts I'm going out to for my cybersecurity company, and I'm going to make some trips. Monaco is one. Thailand is another, and I can make a trip to Tanzania as well, man, to see you and your lovely wife and your kids over in Tanzania, man. So I would love to make that trip, bro. Let me know if you back up over there, and I would love to come over there soon. Once I gotta take care of the business first, make sure the bag is secured. You know what I mean? So that is definitely something that I do have in mind that I'm planning to do. So with that being said, folks, listen, I love you and the world needs you. It ain't nothing you can do about it. So stop that damn texting and driving. Peace and blessings, folks. Have a great day. And those of you who came in late, please watch this video again because I believe it will be helpful to you. Okay, you'll be back in April. Cool, bro. All right. Hopefully I have a secure contract by then. But if not, it might take me a little longer to get to you. But don't worry, folks. I do plan on getting over there. So, ladies and gentlemen, have a great day, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Goodbye.